So thank you so much for joining us today. My name's Neve and this is Tim, and we co-founded Hospital Rooms. Tim's an artist, I'm a curator, and we worked with artists, galleries and museums for the first 10 years or so of our careers. In 2016, everything changed for us because a close friend of ours had a suicide attempt and she was sectioned under the Mental Health Act. And she was required to stay in a mental health unit that looked a little bit like these. We were really shocked to find out that this space, when she was so vulnerable and at such a low moment, was where she was supposed to recover. And we thought that that wasn't really going to make much sense. We had a little look into it and we found out that this wasn't an isolated case. Mental health units are recognised as being inadequate by the CQC, which is the health regulator. It's noted in the NHS 5-year forward view, and it's noted in the new white paper that's just come out from Parliament. And so we hatched a plan. We felt that our community, the arts community, could really come and help with this, and that they could work with service users, with staff, and really radically rethink what these spaces could be and how they communicate to people. So this is a case in point. It's a recovery college at SWLSTG in Tooting, and it's a pioneering service. It's the first of its kind. It runs courses for people who may have been discharged from mental health services and leads sessions on things like learning to live with hearing voices, to support for people who have experienced domestic violence. But walking up to this building, I don't think that you would think I am a valued member of this community about to receive award-winning care. But we suggested, what if you did? And what if when you were taken to a de-escalation room, when you were particularly disturbed or particularly unwell, it didn't feel like a punishment, but it felt like a sanctuary. So this is what we think is really important, and what we do across a range of different services, from older people's units to rehabilitation to psychiatric intensive care and mother and baby units. And we think about how we can communicate confidence, empathy, and empower people when words fail. We actually didn't realize how effective our work was going to be in forensic settings. Our process is as such that our artists work with the community in the service. They lead creative sessions, they ask for input, and they co-produce really fantastic artworks with that community. And through that process, we've seen people open up, we've seen people gain confidence, and we've seen people contribute in the most fantastic, innovative, and extraordinary ways. And we've seen how that can lead on to education and employment opportunities. And there's a particular project that we found really effective over in the Hellingley Centre, which Tim is going to tell you a little bit about.
So we've been going for about 4.5 years, and over that period we've completed 14 projects in inpatient units, and that's about 100 art installations. In 2019, we embarked on a project with the Hellingley Centre, which is a medium secure unit in Sussex. And it was a particularly amazing project for us, and not least so because we got to know certain people, the staff and the residents, really well. And we were used to working a lot in psychiatric intensive care, where the average stay might be 6 to 8 weeks, or mother and baby units where the stay might be 6 months. But through this project, we got to know everyone really well from start to finish. And I just want to show a 20-second excerpt of an animation made with by Sophie Clements and residents from the Hellingley Centre and other people at the Trust. And just to bear in mind that every sound you hear in this is a sound recorded by the guys at Hellingley Centre, and it's been made to music.
Spain last year. I was out of hospital, believe it or not, which is a wonderful thing in itself.
So you can watch that whole 10-minute film on our YouTube. I think it's a bit of a masterpiece. And there was so many creative people there, and we worked with 6 artists, and between everyone, 6 artworks were made for the Hellingway Centre. One of them brought the outside into the atrium. Lothar Goetz made one of his geometric artworks for the TV room, which was especially cool because he, at the time, had just opened the huge facade artwork for the Towner Gallery just down the road. I worked with about 20 residents there to create this artwork based on the Bayer tapestry. Sophie made our first ever permanent video piece in a corridor that used to be called the Green Mile, but now has 8 permanent videos of water gently moving at the end of this corridor. And we had our first ever artwork bird boxes, which is very special for us. And these were installed around the outside areas of the unit. And Richard, we're very lucky, is going to be working on the project at Northside with us, made this wonderful piece called Paginations that runs through Ashward and fills the space with words, words, words. So after that, we worked with another medium secure unit, and this time for adolescents, which we had 6 artists again, and we had some amazing works for all the communal spaces. And something that we found is that we're quite used to working in places that are pretty dire, but we've also worked with some new builds and some units like Northside that are well designed and well kept. But the thing the art does is it brings a bit of humanness to it. And even the architects from this unit that we work with were really keen that that we brought some kind of life and humanness to these spaces. And I think the artwork really did that. We're really happy that we're working again with NSFT. We worked with them before at Woodlands with Maggie and Tara and this amazing team there, and Carl as well, who'll be working with us at Northside. And we're especially excited that we're working with Jed and Sue and the team and all the residents and Simon and everyone from NUA. I mean, I think it's safe to say that we're in love with Jed and Sue and everyone at Northside. And it's people like them that go above and beyond, and they make the impossible possible. We've very much been told that you can't do projects like this in secure settings, and they make it not just possible, but they make it a joy for everyone who takes part. At the end of this project, we'll be doing a public exhibition in a gallery in Norwich, and we'll be showing work by the professional artists, telling the story of everything that we've been working on together. And also there'll be lots of works by the residents at Northside House. We hope we'll all be there in person, and we hope maybe there's some optional hugs as well. So thank you very much.